Traveling with just one carry-on bag is freeing. It saves you money, time, and the hassle of lugging around too much stuff. But making it work, especially for longer trips, requires strategy and intentionality. I've been a one-bag traveler for over 10 years now, and this year alone, I one-bag traveled a dozen trips from Japan, Dubai, Mexico, all across Europe, and plenty of domestic travel. And while certain things may have differed trip to trip, there were several core travel essentials that went with me everywhere. So in this video, I'll break down those 18 one-bag travel essentials. I'll give you my exact packing list, and I'll point out some things I think you can probably live without along the way. Also, since this video is dropping during the holiday season, several of these items are currently on mega sale. Let's dive in. The most important decision when traveling with just one bag is, of course, the bag itself. If you're one-bagging it, you want the thing you're hauling all your stuff with to be quality. So invest in something that's gonna last you years and years. Now that doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune. You can actually do really well for between $100 and $300. That's gonna get you, in most cases, quality materials and a warranty. You wanna find a bag that's carry-on compliant with the airlines you fly. And think about the quality of life features that you're really gonna want. For example, I don't use backpacks that don't have a water bottle pocket. I need space for my laptop. And then lean into the fact that most of these companies offer long return windows where you could try the bag at home and send it back unused if it doesn't work for you. We've tested a significant number of bags here at Away Together, and these are some of our top picks for full-sized one-bag travel backpacks. These are all around the 35 to 40 liter range. First, the Air Travel Pack 3 for its unbeatable quality to price ratio and usability. This is my consistent go-to. The Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro is hands down the most comfortable backpack we've ever tested. If you're trying to shave down weight, the ULA Dragonfly is our top recommended lightweight travel backpack. And finally, on the lower end of the spectrum price-wise, TomTalk has a killer bag in this category, under $100, that just rocks. If you're going the suitcase route, I'd recommend the Bellroy Transit Carry-On if you're into hard-sided bags, the Travel Pro Platinum Elite, or Briggs & Riley ZDX International Carry-On if you're into soft-sided. And then if you're trying to save as much weight as possible, the Travel Pro MaxLite 5 is incredible as well and priced very fairly for what you get. And whatever bag you choose, go ahead and throw an Apple AirTag or some type of smart tracker in there, just so you always know where your bag is. Even if you're not planning to check your bag, airlines are cracking down on carry-ons, and in the off chance you have to check it, an AirTag always ensures that you know where your bag is. Okay, now that you've chosen your bag or your backpack, the next thing you need is a second backpack. No, I'm kidding. Wait, am I? It's one of these. This is one of my secret weapons for one-bag travel, Packable Day Pack. Basically a small backpack that folds into itself or lays flat in your bag. It takes up almost no space, and it gives you a lightweight day pack once you're at your destination. Whether you're hitting a grocery store, heading to a cafe with your laptop, or you just want something better than overstuffing your pockets, it is a go-to travel essential. There's a lot of great options in this category, and we did a deep dive review earlier this year. These were some of the winners. The Sea to Summit Ultrasil is the ultralight option. It weighs almost nothing and it packs down unbelievably small. For something more stylish and organized, the Matador Refraction is great. The one I've used for over 10 years now is this one by Osprey. I think I paid like $45 for it, and I've used it on more trips than I can count. All right, now let's talk about what goes into your bag. Starting with clothing, which is arguably going to take up more space than anything else. What you're looking for with clothing, regardless of season, is versatility. You want to find versatile pieces that work across a number of situations, whether that's walking out and about for the day, chilling at a coffee shop, or going to a nice dinner. And that all work in a number of climates. Think about pieces that can be easily layered rather than single-use things that are big and bulky. Try to coordinate such that basically any top could go with any bottom, and equally important is fabric type. Look for pieces that are lightweight, quick drying, and somewhat wrinkle resistant. One of my secret weapons for packing light is merino wool because it's all of these things, and the natural properties of merino make it antibacterial and antimicrobial, which means it can be reworn. For this reason, including a few key merino pieces in your wardrobe can be the perfect way to lighten your load. When I pack a merino shirt, I'm expecting at least 3 wears out of it on that trip. There's a lot of options out there, but my brand of choice is Unbound Merino. They're made for travelers, by travelers, and I've personally been wearing their stuff since way before we had a YouTube channel worth sponsoring. And at the time of filming this video, you can get up to 40% off everything they make. They run one sale a year, and it is massive. So if you've been thinking about getting some key merino pieces for your travel wardrobe, I would hit the link below. Thanks to Unbound Merino for sponsoring today's video. Just so you can see, here is my basic packing list for my clothing. Regardless of trip length, whether it's a week or a month, I pack almost exactly like this every time. One pair of pants that I'll typically wear on the plane, one pair of shorts unless it's the dead of winter, 4 to 5 day-to-day shirts, 5 pairs of undies, 5 pairs of merino wool socks, a running shirt and shorts. The shorts could double as swim trunks if needed, and then some lounging around the house clothes. All of this goes into packing cubes, which help keep your bag organized, compartmentalized, allow you to group like items together, and if they're compression packing cubes, maybe even save you a little space. There's a ton of options in this category at varying price points, including something you've probably already got laying around your house. Gallon-sized Ziploc bags. These are great. They keep things dry. You can kind of suck the air out of them. You could throw your wet swimsuit in there if you needed to. We've recommended a bunch of brands in the compression packing cube space, but my personal favorites are these ones by Peak Design. I use the medium cube for my main clothing and the small one for my socks and undies. These are great because they're extremely easy to open one-handed. They're made of super durable materials, and they have separate clean and dirty areas. I got these in a set of 3 that also came with a shoe pouch. Speaking of, shoes are one of the heaviest and bulkiest things you're gonna take on your trip, so getting it right matters. I always recommend starting with a comfortable and versatile pair of walking shoes that can be your daily drivers. And then, depending on where you're going, add in that second pair, whether that's workout shoes, dress shoes, whatever. And I always recommend wearing your biggest pair on the plane to save space. For me, as someone who walks a lot when I travel and have tried a ton of different shoes, I cannot recommend Lem's shoes highly enough as good daily driver walking shoes. They have a wide toe box and they're meant to be comfortable walkers that you could dress up or down. I've traveled extensively with both the Primal Zens and the Quartz, and I can't say enough good things. My second pair is almost always a pair of running shoes because I like to run when I travel, and these are usually the ones I pack in the shoe pouch. Something you'll never regret having when you need it is a quality jacket. But jackets can take up a lot of space, so it's crucial to choose lightweight, packable options. First, a rain jacket. This is a must no matter the time of year. And for most trips, you don't need anything crazy heavy duty. I really like this one by Outdoor Research because it's super packable. It's not the heaviest duty rain jacket out there, and it's not the smallest rain jacket out there, but in the Venn diagram of quality and packable, I think it's the best. It packs super small. It also comes with a lifetime warranty. If you're traveling in colder weather, it's hard to beat a packable down puffer because they're warm and they pack really small. This one I have is from Eddie Bauer. It's lasted years, and honestly, it's barely a splurge because it's not unusual for Eddie Bauer to be running a 50% site-wide sale. Lastly, a lightweight hoodie, a pullover, or a jumper, if you will, is essential year-round. Perfect for the plane or as a mid-layer. I always wear one of these on travel days, but they're light enough to just stuff into your bag when not needed. Speaking of travel day, here's something you probably aren't thinking about: your belt. And a life-changing upgrade I made this year was switching to a belt without metal. I've had TSA PreCheck for like 10 years, and my belt always set off the metal detector, every time. Well, I found this company Arcade that makes elastic belts. I switched to one of these, and I've not had to take my belt off since. All right, what else are you carrying with you in this one bag? Odds are toiletries, tech, and other miscellaneous good-to-have travel essentials. So, toiletries. If you don't already have one, you're gonna want some kind of toiletry pouch or DOP kit. Whatever you end up choosing, a couple of nice quality of life features to be on the lookout for are water-resistant materials, maybe even a leak-proof pocket, and a hook so that you can hang it up. I'm pretty minimalist, so I like using this little guy by Osprey, but Gravel makes some great toiletry bags in varying sizes that are very high quality as well. Hey, if you're getting value out of this video so far and you like videos like this, please be sure to hit that subscribe button because we're on a mission to hit 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you just might be the one to put us over the top. Thanks. All right, let's talk tech. We've all got things that need charging and different situations call for different solutions. First, you need a solid power bank for travel days or when you're out and about exploring. My go-to is this super lightweight one from Nightcore. It's only 5 ounces, but still 10,000 milliamp hours of capacity. And because airlines are getting stricter about lithium batteries, I've also been using this solid-state battery from Kushu. It does wired and wireless charging, it stays cool, and it's puncture resistant. If you're traveling internationally, you'll also need an adapter. I like simple universal ones that could work in a bunch of countries. My favorite is the Epica Universal Adapter. It's affordable, reliable, and it can charge up to 6 devices at once. If you want something more powerful for a laptop, the Epica TA105 Pro is great. Then there's the Mojix Super Bagel, which is both an adapter and an extension cord in this one tiny footprint. This thing is super handy if you're in an accommodation with limited outlets. If you're someone who travels with multiple devices to charge, you could also consider some kind of simple charging station. I like this 3-in-1 by Anker, which folds up super small and charges my phone, watch, and AirPods with one cord. I bring a few charging cables in different lengths. Extra long for the hotel bed, ultra short for the power bank, and a few standard ones, including these magnetic self-coiling ones by Magtame. Another travel day essential is a good set of headphones. If you find yourself on airplanes more than even a couple times a year, it's really worth investing. Now, most people will tell you to get some noise canceling over ears, and those are great. We've mentioned them here too. But there's a type of headphones I don't see anyone talking about that, in my opinion, block out sound just as well, weigh a quarter as much, and pack infinitely smaller. In-ear monitors. In-ear monitors fit your ear so well, they don't even have to be noise canceling in most cases. There's a ton of options out there, and they really run the gamut pricing-wise. For example, consumer-facing models by Shure start at around $100. I've had these custom molded ones by 1964 ears for over 10 years now, and I cannot recommend them highly enough. To keep everything, cables, power bank, adapters, all of it organized, I use a tech pouch. This keeps all my small electronics neat and accessible so I'm not digging through my bag. I've tried like 100 tech pouches and I just keep coming back to these pouches by Air because they have a very slim profile and I like that they fit the front panel of most backpacks really well. Couple other small but useful items. I always travel with a low profile phone stand or tripod. This Peak Design mobile tripod magnetizes to the phone, folds smaller than a deck of cards, and it's great for flights, video calls, or quick photos. And honestly, I travel with my big camera less and less now. Unless photography is like a core part of your trip, your phone is probably enough these days. A small HDMI cable or compact streaming device is another underrated one if you want to watch content on a bigger screen in your hotel room. Now, I'm gonna briefly cover this next part because you won't need them on every trip. But if you work remotely or ever travel for business, here is a simple, lightweight setup, perfect for working on the road. First, the Roost stand. This keeps your neck from getting wrecked on longer trips, and it works with any laptop, and it folds down small enough to slide into a side pocket. Next, the Logitech MX Anywhere 3S mouse. This tracks on any surface, the clicks are quiet, and the battery lasts a long time. And the Apple Magic Keyboard Mini. It's super lightweight, low profile, and the Touch ID is a really nice bonus. Here's a few miscellaneous things I never regret having with me. First, a water bottle. This is the Free Sip by Awala, and the best thing about it is you can drink it without the straw, so it doesn't explode mid-flight like a lot of bottles with straws do. Next, an eye mask. It's cheap, weighs nothing, and it can really save you on long flights or bright hotel rooms. This one's from Alaska Bear, it's silky, and it's super comfortable. A pen for filling out customs forms, and I also recommend bringing a couple of extra Ziplocs. One with copies of your important documents, passport, driver's license, itinerary, etc. And then another that has a few dryer sheets in there to keep your bag fresh and in case static is ever a problem for you. This is the setup I swear by for one bag travel. But But if you want to see it in action on a real trip, check out this video next. Thanks so much for watching. Happy travels.